Hi guys, my name is Aurelie and welcome to my channel. Today is one of my first videos telling you guys a little bit about myself and just a little introduction about how my life is. So, I'm going to tell you guys about me being a teen parent. So, I was 16 when I got pregnant. I was dating my son's dad for about 3 years. So in my mind, I thought I was ready to take the next step and I guess have sexual intercourse with him. So I think one of my biggest regrets of that was not telling my mom about it, because my mom was always so open and she would constantly tell me are you having intercourse? Like, are you sexually active? Like, is there anything going on? Like, let me know. And I would always think it was really awkward, so I never really told her anything. And I think that's one of my biggest regrets. Not that I regret having my son or anything, but I just wish I would have waited a little bit longer. So when I found out, I think about a month or so, because I had missed my period. So I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's one of those months where it's probably 1, 2, 3 days late tops. But I didn't get it for 2 weeks after I thought about that. So I called up my boyfriend and I was like, oh, you know what? You have to come over. It's serious. I haven't had my period, so if you can come with a pregnancy test and we'll take it here. So I thought I was taking it right. So he came and brought a test, and I I guess I had watched movies. I was so naive. Now that I think about it. So he brought me the test and I peed on it, which I thought that was what I was supposed to do because I had seen it in the movies. So I was like, oh, I got this. So I guess I diluted the pregnancy test so nothing was showing up. So let me tell you guys, this was when we weren't working and the money that we had was because our moms were giving it to us. So we were wasting money, pretty much their money. So he came back, brought another one, and I made sure to read the instructions and make sure that I was taking it right. So it was a dropper, a cup, and the pregnancy test. So I had to pee in a cup, get the little droplets, and drop them in the pregnancy test. And I took the test, and it came out positive. So two blurred. It was two lines. But they looked really blurred to me. So I was like, oh, you know what? It's not even true. It can't be. Like, I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, I might be pregnant. So I was neutral, I guess. I guess I was in denial. But my boyfriend was super excited. He was like, we're gonna have a baby. I'm gonna take care of my son. Or he didn't, he was like, oh, I'm gonna take care of my baby. He didn't think it was a boy or a girl or anything. But, yeah, I had told his mom and his dad. So, they already knew, but my mom hadn't known. I waited 5 months to tell her. Five. Like, wow. Now that I think about it, it's a long time. So I told my mom. It was in December. So he came over and he was like, have you told your mom yet? And I was like, no, I haven't. He's like, well, you need to tell her. How far along are you gonna be until you tell her? And I was like, I don't know, I'm scared. And he was like, okay, well, if you're not gonna tell her, I'm gonna go in and tell her. So I was like, okay, 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 we'll both go together. So my mom was watching TV and reading her magazine, and he was like, hi, we have to tell you something. I know you've trusted us. And as soon as he was like, you've trusted us, my mom was she was like, okay. I guess she was already imagining what we were gonna say, but she didn't want to make assumptions. So she was like, okay. She even sat up. She was um really focused, I guess. And he was like, oh yeah, I know you've really given us trust, and I just want to tell you that Aurelie's pregnant. And like my mom like lost it. Like she was like, I don't know, like it was like quiet for a second, and then like all of a sudden like there was like a magazine chucked at us. So like there was like a long vase in the center, in the coffee table, and that shattered. Like it was like gone. So after that she was like, you know what? Like please leave. Like she was like my boyfriend, she was like, please leave. Like I need to talk to Relly. And then I was like, no, like I already know what's gonna happen. Please don't. So like I guess he was scared too, so he left. And uh he was like, okay, like bye, love you. If anything happens, like let me know. So after he left, she was like, what were you thinking? Why didn't you tell me? Like what are you gonna do now? And then like I guess like this was like she was like disappointed, and I'm pretty sure she didn't mean it at the time, but she was like, oh, like what are you gonna do now? Like you can't like what like you can't live here, like pretty much saying, like she was like, um is he gonna rent an apartment for you? Like where are you guys gonna live? And I was just like, okay. Like I kind of like already was expecting it, but I didn't really think it was gonna happen. So like she pretty much kicked me out. So the next day I like called him and I was like crying. I was like, you know what? My mom kicked me out. Like I don't know what to do. He was like, oh well, you can stay with me. Like I had already told my mom, and we were already like waiting to see if anything was gonna happen. So I packed my bags, and the next day like my mom was home, and I like was like, okay, bye. And like she didn't look at me, she didn't acknowledge me. Like she was, I guess, pretty upset still. So I left, and like that was like one of like the saddest days of my life. Like I was like, damn, like how much did I like actually like hurt my mom for her to like not even look at me, to like I don't know, like it was just like really sad. And so keep in mind that I was like 5 months pregnant. um so the next like the weekend passed. Like I left, I told her on a Friday. Saturday I left. Sunday she didn't talk to me, and then on Monday I went back to school. She went to go look for me after school to my boyfriend's house. Then we like talked, and she's like, why didn't you tell me? Like I told you so many times to be honest with me, and like I can't believe it. And I was like, oh well, I mean, like what do we do now? So I guess like time passed, and like she like I guess had to like deal with deal with it, I guess. Like she was, I don't know, like I guess she had no option but to like let it happen. So I went to the doctor, and I didn't even like hear my baby's heartbeat until I was like 5 months pregnant. So like it was like so like cute, and I don't know, like it was like I can like still imagine it, you know? Yeah, so I guess hearing his heartbeat was like a like surreal moment. So like after that, like the months flew by. Like I guess since everybody knew, like it wasn't a secret anymore. Like everything just went like really fast. Like next thing I knew, I was like in the hospital. I gave birth to Evan on April 7th, 2012 at 3 p.m. And it was through emergency C-section because he stopped breathing. So they had to take me to operating room really quick. And his dad was getting food, so I had to come back really quick. They called him, they were like, Aurelie's at the in the operating room, and she's about to have the baby. So he came back just in time to cut his umbilical cord. I was sleeping, I was still under anesthesia for like 3 hours or so, and I didn't see him until then, until I woke up, I guess. And he was just so cute, so tiny. But yeah, I guess so. Now like 4 years later, I'm here, and I have my cute little baby. He's not a baby anymore, but I just love him, and I wouldn't change anything about it. My life is perfect just the way it is. But I honestly hope if you guys are ready to take that step in being sexually active, please, please, please talk to an adult, talk to your parents, or just try to make sure that this is what you want. You know your body. If you're ready, go ahead, talk to your parents, be safe, because this is a lifetime commitment that you're taking if anything like happens to go wrong. So please, please, please talk to your parents, be safe, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.